What's up, guys? We are the Shattered Golf Collective. We are so excited for another episode of Intrusive Swing Thoughts with our guy, Brent Rohall. Brent, welcome to Intrusive Swing Thoughts.
Thanks,
it's wonderful
Chase.
to have you.
It's great to be here.
How are you feeling about this?
I have been so looking forward to this for such a long time. That's a little bit facetious. It's gonna be fun. It'll be fun. We're hanging out. It's a beautiful afternoon. We're gonna watch some golf and gonna think critically about my life.
We're going to learn a lot, I think so. Where did we play today? Tell the viewers what they're about to see.
So this is the northeast side of Nashville at Two Rivers Golf Course. This is the front nine.
Yes. And what are you expecting to see watching yourself play on camera? Have you ever seen yourself play on camera before?
Yeah, so I don't film myself a whole lot. It's one of the things that I've discovered I need to change about my game, about my practice habits, because it's helpful just to see yourself on a screen and to figure out what you're actually doing. You can feel all these things, but so I don't film myself a lot, but I'm expecting to see. Actually, I hope I walk away feeling better about my game because I've made some changes to my alignment. I've made some changes to my putting, to my even just my pre-swing routine, hoping to see that reflected negatively in this video and think about some improvements I've made since then.
All right, sounds good. All right, we're gonna start watching this. Brent, will you tell us as we watch you on the first hole here?
All right.
How much golf have you played in your life?
I have played quite a bit of golf. I grew up playing golf, played all through school, all through high school. Oh, look at the confidence, just stepping up to the first tee.
No
I wish I could
range.
say that's what you can expect to see throughout the rest of this video. It's gonna turn from here, but oh shoot. I love it so much.
Stop.
Just a worm burner.
What are the strengths of your
Start
game?
back
What do
stop.
you think are the strengths of your game?
I'm pretty consistent off the tee. My long irons have become better in the last few years. And those are probably the two things I think of mostly.
That chip rolled for forever.
Forever. Yeah, the greens on this day were interesting to say the least. I mean, it's winter golf. There's not a whole lot you can expect, but
Yeah, we filmed this in February, middle of February?
I think
Something
so.
like that?
It may have even been a little bit earlier than that, maybe early February. But yeah, so things were not rolling with a lot of confidence. You can hear the huff and the puff, but we're in with not a ton of damage. It's hole one.
Yeah,
you
no
know.
warm up. Yeah, I agree with you. I think your game off the tee is what sets you up for success most consistently.
Yes.
I don't know that you're bombing it past everyone all the time, but you're in the fairway more than I think any of us.
Yes. I'm not a long player with any club in my hand.
It's a good looking swing.
It's got some good tempo to it.
I've
I don't know
decided
where this goes, but thank you.
I've decided I hate my swing on camera after seeing it for the first time.
It's kind of like when you hear yourself talk
Yeah.
on camera. Does anyone really actually like it? That's so heavy. Golly. I love when my angry swing is better than my initial swing.
You caught that ground perfectly.
See, that's such a good swing. Just do that the first time. Oh my goodness.
How do you feel about yourself with a wedge in your hand?
I don't remember how I did on this day, but I have grown in my confidence from 90 yards in. I feel a lot better. Around the green, I'm not a confident wedge player, but I would say from 90 to just kind of right around chipping around the green, I usually pull like a pitching wedge around the green, do some bump and run type things. But yeah, I've grown in my confidence under 100 yards.
Do you pull pitching wedge from under 100 yards and just hit it with different tempo and feel, or do you have different clubs that you hit?
No, I'm pulling a sand wedge there. I'm pulling a 56 degree is what I play from under 100. But yeah, essentially I try to really simplify that, not use too many clubs. I am going back, if I want to hit it 60 yards, I'm going to go back 60%. That's really what I'm trying to think about in my head. Yeah, I think
high enough.
Is that pin high or was that low?
No, I think you're pin high. Yeah, I think you're pin high
feels,
just off to the
feels
left.
good.
Yep.
Feels good.
I think you had some good yardage. So this,
When we finish.
I'm curious how much of a theme this was. You stepped aside to wait for us to putt,
Yep.
playing with honors.
Yep.
And we all looked at you like, we're
gotta
filming.
keep going.
Yeah, we're gonna keep
We're
going.
not going to put the camera down.
What was it like playing with the red light on?
I think a lot of that. I think not paying a lot of good attention. I think, having to wait. It's one of the things that I realized early on in my game, even in high school, I don't like waiting. I would much rather set the tempo myself. And so if something's happening where I'm having to wait on other people, I'm waiting on pace of play even, I just noticed that really affects my game. The best golf that I play is on a Saturday evening when the course is abandoned. I'm with a couple of people and we're moving.
Do I do it for the camera?
Where I'm not thinking a whole.
There's just no way I can get it there.
Right? Like I'm not thinking a whole lot, and I'm just playing the game.
I like this. You're saying you zapped the number and you said, I don't think I can get there. It'd be a big 3-wood, but should I do it for the camera?
Is that what I said?
Yeah. Then I think
you
laid up.
That is something. You might say you're not playing for anything. Just go for it. But that is something I feel like I do really well. I think
I got out.
My decision making
So bad
when I'm playing saves me from a lot of trouble as well.
When
I can often avoid big scores.
Yeah. I did not pick up golf until after college, but as you were like a high school golfer, does your coach talk you through decision making and all that? Did you have a caddy when you played? What was that like?
Now, I wouldn't say that I got a lot of coaching. I think it was more, it may have even just been more from experience and being around. I played with some really good golfers in high school. One of my good friends that I played with in high school was, he was competing for state championships.
Oh, cool.
And so learning from him was really helpful. He wasn't in a lot of the bad places that I was, in a lot of the bad golf positions that I was sometimes.
Yeah,
but at least learning, like, can you reduce the harm a little bit? Can you keep yourself from having a just astronomical number by, instead of pulling 3-wood when you can't get there and bringing in the slice or the hook or something, can you just lay up and put yourself in a better position? That's just low the whole
high
time.
enough for once.
Gosh,
Please.
it's painful.
The speed of these greens were tough.
Yeah, they were. Just the greens in general, it felt like I was lag putting from 6 feet. It's like I'm trying to see where I'm putting the ball. So I was excited to see what does it look like on camera here, because in the course of the next few weeks after this video is filmed, leading up to our trip, really made some what'll look like really minor changes, but changes that made me feel a lot more confident about my game, about my swing. So it's just interesting to see it.
What was one of those changes?
You can see I'm decently far away from the ball. My hands are pretty far in front of me. So I'm trying to crowd the ball a little bit more. I think it was a coach in high school that got me away from the ball a little bit more, and it left me in a pretty weak stance. And so I'm trying to correct that a little bit, trying to get over the ball a little bit more. Maybe a little less Matt Kuchar flat swing and trying to get a little steeper over the ball. Same with my putting too. I've tried to, you can see decently far away from the ball. Right, so if you were up close on the putter face is going to sit like that. I've tried to really flatten the putter head out a little bit more by getting over the ball. And if nothing else, it just has added a little more confidence. So it's a change that's worth making. I'm sure I missed this. Yeah.
This is where we look at the infrastructure.
Oh my goodness.
It's amazing. This is where we start to see a lot of pickups on the gimmies.
Yes. It's just like, let's just call it good.
Not even bothering.
I'm trying to think back. I think we're talking about consistency off the tee.
That's so pulled.
This is where that starts to degrade. I think from here on out. I don't know if I hit it fairway.
This was a fun shot. The next 2 shots are fun shots.
Yes. The framing. Look at
Not bad,
beautiful.
right?
Cinematography with the trees.
And really, that was laziness because I think Tanner and I were in the fairway.
I think so too.
And we didn't want to walk all the way up there.
Oh. One inch lower, and it was.
I remember that
Perfect.
shot. There was a tree limb that it just clipped the bottom of it, and it was great contact. It was exactly what I wanted to do.
You have 100 yards.
At that one, I think I was trying to hit a little punch, and I left it 40 yards short.
Going uphill too.
Yes, yeah. Like you can attack the ball a little bit with a punch shot there. So that's an example. I'm sure I had pitching wedge in my hand at that point, and I'm really just trying to get the ball moving and treat it. I'm reading the green like a putt at that point.
As I've watched this, it looks like you draw your chips a little bit.
I do just a little bit.
You do? Is that on purpose?
Good grief.
The thing keeps rolling.
I have further coming back than I did on the initial putt. Yeah, you can see some openness there that I don't think is helpful for getting the putter face square.
Can't get it in the hole. Just can't do it.
So good.
First time on camera. How's it going?
There's some camera yips, I'd say. It's an interesting experience. The key yips. And yeah, just feeling a little off today. That's the game of golf though. I walked in, I was pulling in today, felt pretty good about the last time I played, wanted to get some confidence going into Florida, and every part of the game right now is just a little iffy, a little questionable.
How do you feel about defending your title?
I would love to defend my title, but I have to play a lot better golf than this right now.
Chase, what title are they referring to?
What title? Oh, yes. Our annual competition that I don't know if I'm allowed to say their name for trademark purposes.
Gosh, it's so bad.
But Brent, yes, I'll give you your flowers. Brent won our 2022 invitational tournament in Orlando, Florida. It was his first time at this invitational, and he decided to welcome himself by winning the whole thing, which those of us who had been putting in our hours, putting in our years to show up year after year at this tournament were not thrilled about. So, congratulations, I guess.
I appreciated the initial invite, and I know I was commissioner, but I appreciated that I was still welcomed back with open arms.
You were responsible for planning the trip, and I guess playing in the trip.
Playing the trip.
You are the only person to have won a trip that had 8 people on it, though. So you are the winner of the biggest field that we've had.
Oh,
so that's worth something.
There you go. It also was the way that tournament was built was a little bit different too. 2 different teams. You have one champion that emerges from the team to compete in the finals. So 8 people, but in some ways I was beating 3 people and then had to beat 1 person in match play. So I'll admit that too.
Oh, we need to bow out and just watch this here.
Oh man.
Oh no!
You recoiled and I thought you were gonna slam it.
I have been known to make contact with the ground with the club after swinging before. I have done that before.
The second one felt like you walked up, didn't even aim, but you were just like, I'm gonna hit this as hard as I can.
Going over.
Yeah.
Going over.
What were you going over?
It's 113.
I think this tree that's like right above my head.
So
right
I'm
now.
going to definitely got the club to clear.
Yes.
There's a bit of a backstop back there, it looks like. So
You know, from this perspective, maybe
play
you
it
try
up
to
a
go
little
under.
bit.
Instead of being the hero,
Play it a little left.
I seem to remember it was right.
See
There's
how
a
we do.
hill right in front of me,
Yeah.
and then there's some overhang. There's not as much room as you might think.
You pushed it left. You had the height.
Maybe you made a good decision.
Definitely had the height, but when you're trying to keep the club face open so you get the height, leave it left. I'm okay with that tempo a little bit.
Yeah, it looks nice.
It's a nice wedge tempo. Yeah, it does look.
I'm the bogey killer.
At some point later, you
I
say,
think this is gonna be the line of the day.
You say, I kill bogeys for double bogeys.
That's trademarked. No one can steal that. Oh. If that's not a taste of these greens today, look at that. And let me just, these are not championship level greens. It's not like we're playing Augusta
Playing
and
a
they're
Nashville
rolling
Metro
really
course.
true and fast. What I say, I was lagging from 6 to 8 feet. This is so good.
Seems like your putter's hot and cold. Do you feel that?
Yes.
That's what I observe at least. Do
Yes.
you feel that?
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty hot and cold. That's one of the things coming out of this day. I pulled the putting mat out of the house and it stayed unrolled at the house.
We're
for the
doing
weeks
this.
leading up to Florida. Yeah, it was like, okay, this is to the point where there's just no confidence with the putter in my hand, and you just can't do anything with that. So. Oh, is this? Yes. So good.
Was that satisfying?
It
if
felt
you're
pretty
s-
nice.
If you're swinging at something, I almost want it to be a firm thing that you're hitting.
It actually, the fact that I could swing with the confidence it wasn't going to do
You weren't gonna
anything to
hurt
my
anything,
club
yeah.
was kind of relieving. God.
Ugh.
Morale was
tough.
low.
Yeah,
A lot of trees.
Another pool. That was my miss on this day for sure. With the driver in my hand at least. Which again, just like realizing
Take it. I'll take it.
hands are too quick through it.
Yeah.
You know.
Being able to identify your miss while you're playing.
Yep. And I did not have that on this day. It was like just questions the whole time.
What do you hit from there? Over a bunker? Do you
That's
still
my
full
56.
pitching wedge? Okay.
That's my 56. Trying to get a little clippy. I grew up playing on courses that always had really tight lies. And so they were, a lot of them were goat ranches. Oh man, it's just painful. Just back and forth, back and forth. Wow. Still got a smile on my face.
Still got a smile at the end of the day.
Oh my goodness.
There you go. 9 holes.
9 holes.
On
Went by like
camera.
that. It felt like it was a lot longer than that day of.
It was a little bit longer. To be fair, when we turned the cameras off, we played the back 9.
Yeah.
You played much better.
Much better. Much better. Yeah. That's the game of golf, and I don't think any of us have played great with cameras on us yet. No, you know, my hat off to all of those on the interwebs that can play with the camera on them really well. You know,
It's a different challenge. And it seems like it's specifically a different challenge when you're the only one being filmed. If it's a group of 4 and we're trying to film a couple things, that feels a little different.
Like we said, it throws tempo off. You're waiting on people. You are thinking about each shot a little bit more. You're conscious of people watching you, and I don't know, something about having a camera lens as opposed to even just people watching. You know, you may be I'm used to playing competition golf and having people watch you, but if you haven't done that in a while, and if it's a camera lens, it just feels a little different. So, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, I get most conscious of what the groups around us are thinking, and specifically what they're thinking about the pace of how we're playing. Yes. There's people behind us, and they're watching us like try to get behind someone and hit a button and watch it, and then walk to ours. It just feels like, wow, we are playing so slow. Which isn't always true.
It's not. Yeah, this day was interesting. You saw the wind picking up a little bit. It's winter golf. It was actually pretty warm when we were playing, and got a little bit warmer, and then the temperature just dropped, which is another just interesting thing about winter golf. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to play, fun to see my swing on the screen. Yeah, I want to see. It'd be cool to see like a before and after frame of some of the changes that you made. But that's the thing. You're always trying to make changes, always trying to improve, always trying to get better. I hope that you find something that unlocks something. You know, you figure something out, take a swing with you to the next.
It's the best and worst part of golf. What was the Max Homa quote from a week or two ago? You're always one swing feel away from being the best player in the world.
Yes,
or something
absolutely.
Like that.
We're probably one swing feel away from. We don't have the same level. I'm not going to be the best player in the world. It's like I'm one swing away from
hitting a good shot.
I'll spend $75 next time I play because I've maybe played well.
All right, last question we got to ask you. What was your intrusive swing thought on this day? What was the thing you couldn't get out of your head?
I think it was, oh gosh, I'm about to go to Florida and just flop. Like, I'm the defending champion. I am super competitive, so I want to defend my title. And at this point, we were, I think, 3 weeks away. And all I could think about was 3 weeks from now, I have to go to Florida and play 8 rounds of golf. And if it's going to be like this, do I really want to, I don't want to go. So I think that would be one of the thoughts that was just clinging on throughout the day.
Makes sense. It's a lot of pressure with the expectations. Yeah. Well, Brent, this has been wonderful.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for joining us. We will see you next time on Intrusive Swing Thoughts. Peace.
Peace.